Hello, Enderdragon here, and welcome back to the end of Snapshots as we know it. No, I think I've got all that backwards. Let's try that again. Sysfailure here, and these are the new snapshots today for 15W31A. Don't know why it almost says 13 there. 15W31A, and these are the first of the 1.9 snapshots for the combat update. Whee! I think it's a combat update. Mostly it's stuff involving changes in the end and a few other things. So let's run through the things I found already. As you may notice, my head looks a little bizarre, and if I do this, jump, 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 jump. Yes, I am actually the Enderdragon. The Enderdragon is now an available skull. So if I take that off, there we go, there's my lovely lack of face. I'm putting my skull back on. So we've got a nice little skull. We've got a few new blocks. I'll show them in situ once I take care of the Enderdragon. But I'm going to mention these weird ones first. These things, SLCD, and they also seem to give off light. Seem to be something called a structure block. You can't pick block them. Can't have them at all. But to place one in the world, you do set block, then your coordinates, which are going to be right where I am. Structure, block, and 0 will get you the S. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3. Everything above that just seems to produce S's. So, as you saw, does give off light. Let's just place another one there. There we go. It's giving off light. And now it's not. Don't know what they are. Bit odd. But let's run through what we do have. These are the new end blocks. So the first one, we have our purple block. Purple. Play on purple of some sort. Then you got your purple pillar, which happily goes up like that. And also looks quite good on top of there. It looks like that pillar's got like an 8-pack going on. The purple steps, you always got to have some steps. And your purple slab. So your purpers. That's a weird word, that is. I can see videos on YouTube appearing with people just going purple, 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 purple. And then over here, end stone bricks, which is probably just made out of end stone. There's some slightly oddish ones that I quite like. Here we have the end rod, which is not some sort of strange punishment tool. It's a little rod that gives off light. So if I plug it down, boom, there we go. But you'll also notice it can go on the side of blocks, the bottom of blocks, and it can actually just sort of float in midair as well. And if you connect two of them together, this happens. They actually join into a double height thing. So if we put one there and one there, there we go. If we put one there and there, we get a sideways one, which would be quite cool as fluorescent lighting. Unfortunately, they're a little below the roof, so you kind of have to do something like that to have them as a sort of light bar. But that's pretty cool. Another light source. And because it doesn't need a block, it just sort of floats there and looks quite nice. And you can, it does block people walking through it, however. So you can't just sort of float your way through the things. Glowing bars, pretty cool. This is an odd one. This is the chorus plant. This grows in relation to chorus flowers and chorus fruit. I really need to get my mouse wheel fixed. But it seems to get a little upset sometimes if you... There. I haven't quite figured out why. If I do two like that, it's fine. If I do a side one, it breaks. You can sort of do that forever. And it will actually join on, which is a bit bizarre, above grass. But you can't plant them on grass. In fact, yeah, if you can't actually do something, it automatically uses the other thing, which is the torch. But that seems to be an interesting way of upsetting them. Let's just clear these out. There. You've also got the chorus flower, which I think causes these to grow. In fact, it should hopefully pop up any moment now. Not going to do it, is it? You can place them on top, but they do grow like that. You can't put any more on them. Oh, there we go. See, that one's growing. And I think you have to harvest the flowers by hand, and that gives you Codus fruit. I'm not sure what the popped Codus fruit is yet, but you can't eat it or anything like that. Codus fruit, though, that's quite interesting. Let's switch out my game mode to survival. And now I'm a pocket enderman. Whoop! I'm over here now. And I'm over here now. And I'm over here now. So the little pocket teleporter fruits, which is fun little things. Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay, so now we kind of know how these plants grow. That's really quite bizarre, these things. But quite cool. We also have a new mob, which I have in this little box here. Plunk him down, and this is a shulker, who is a little block. Whoop, hello! Just hanging around inside there, having a look around. And they attack with anti-gravity attacks. In fact, let's see. Whoop! And that hurt. Which gives us the levitation effect. And as you can see, their attacks travel along straight lines. They don't go diagonal. It's kind of odd. But they are funky little things. Hi. And killing them off takes a bit of effort. They're quite tough. I don't know if they're less tough with the shell open, but they are quite tough. That diamond sword, I really had to smash the hell out of this thing to make it go away. Which is precisely actually what I'm going to do now. Right, I've never seen one of them teleport before. That's interesting. Okay, so it turns out they can also teleport. That's new, I did not know that. I've killed several of them so far, none of them have done that. Wow, would you look at these things go? That is really quite funky. I like that. It's nice. Moving on, the other things, you can see I have a torch in my left hand there. Well, this is my obviously left click the sword. A right click with the sword is block at the moment, so let's change it to something else. Pickaxe, yes, pick. There, that's better. Right, so left click with pick, right click, placing torches. Left, right, left, right. If you press F, you swap which hands you hold them in. That's left is still picking, although bizarrely seems to be doing it with the torch there. And right, it's doing that. Because it's actually swapped over the item that's in the offhand. You can't use things that are in your offhand. In fact, just to do that, right. See, I'm trying to mine with a torch now. But I was still right-click torch. Swap hands back over, and it's in the left, and now mine about with the right. You can also change what is the primary hand. So it's in skin customization, main hand, left. Right, so that's my left hand. Now, left click uses that, and right would be the torches. Let's get one. Torch. There we go. Like that. So actually, that's left mouse button, right mouse button. Makes a little more sense, just for a sort of viewing aspect. Let's change that back again. There we go. Oh, yes. We also have about 5 trillion arrows. Hey! So we've got, let's demonstrate what we got. We've got spectral arrows. Now, your bow seems to use whatever arrow you last had equipped in your side slot. So if I spectral arrow somebody, there we go. So spectral, and now I can see them through walls, which is kind of funky. Take that arrow out of there. You'll see I'm still using the last kind of arrow. We also have a potion of night vision arrow. You can apply potions to arrows. So you've got night vision, invisibility, leaping, fire resistance, swiftness, slowness, water bottle, healing, harming, poison, regeneration, and strength and weakness. Which might be interesting if you've sort of got multiplayer team versus team games. Which would be kind of fun. Another little thing that was in the Pocket Edition and has finally turned up is beetroot. So you've got a beetroot here, you've got beetroot seeds there, and you grow it like a normal crop. And you can make yourself beetroot soup. I find the main thing we have here is actually the Enderdragon battle has changed. So you notice that some of these pillars now have sort of cages around them. So you can't just shoot these things from a distance, you actually have to get up here and put some effort in. And the escape is automatically here, but there's no way out, so you've got to kill them off. Once you do kill them off, you'll also get another portal, which I'll trim out most of this fight. But you get another portal that enables you to get to the other islands where all those various blocks are. Those things are getting really tall. I wonder if there's a height limit on those. So I'm going to go ahead and kill him off. You can also respawn him again if you want to fight him, which currently at the moment you draw the black parts of a creeper face, which is those bits in there, the black bits, using some clay, and he'll respawn. Anything else with Enderdragon I'm trying to remember? Not off the top of my head. No. Alright, well I'll... oh yes, this is the second world attempt I made. I came here in the previous world and he wasn't here, so I'm guessing that's a bug. But the other one was created as a creative world. So it's possible he doesn't spawn in the end in a creative world, only a survival one. I don't know. That's probably just a glitch. Right, I'll kill him off and then we'll be right back on that one. Oh yes, he also launches fire at you when you're doing stuff to piss him off. Just get that bit in there. He also tends to like stopping at the end portal. Well, the portal for leaving the end. Don't know if that's intentional as part of the fight, but he does like to stop there, so that might help with the combat. Hey, there we go. That took a while, I ended up standing on there waiting for him to come back with a sword. So that's the exit activated. And the egg. And there's the thing that just beamed in there. What's it? And that is a portal. You may notice it's bedrock, so you can't actually get in there. I'll show you that in a second, because I did actually forget something. I have a shovel for a specific reason. You may have seen snapshots that, wow, those things are big. What are they? Must be where you get the fruit from. But if you take a shovel and you right click on grass, you make path blocks. We can just see an easy little path. It's 15/16 high, apparently. Right, so you make yourself some little paths. So if you want to get through those portals, you are going to need Ender Eyes. Ender Pearl, sorry, not Ender Eyes. I think that's the only one. Yes, that's the only one. So you need to do this. And that's how you travel through. Oh, and here we are. Wow, these are forests. Yep, these things grow pretty high. Now I'm going to try and find a city for you somewhere. If anything, this looks a bit like Zen from Half-Life. Half-Life 3 confirmed? Ah, there we go. This took bloody ages to find. Oh, and it's one of the ones with the boat. I thought I saw some different style boats. Oh, yes. Speed. Ah, and it's up in the top right corner now, which shows what icon's affecting me. Nice. Yes. Took ages to find one of these, but this is one of the sort of ender dungeons, as it were. Grows very much like the trees. And as a boat, I'm told that actually not many of them have the boat. But that's a beacon block inside there, which is a nice prize. So let's have a look inside one of these. Protected by a couple of shulkers. And if you go in here... Whoops. You can hop around these. But shulkers can help you up, and there's some nice banners there, which are pretty cool. There's some of those posts for lighting it up. And a shulker. Those things are everywhere. Any more goodies in here? And this one, I think, is one of their main sort of prize chambers, as it were. You've got to go hopping up on these. It's also being attacked by shulkers, which could actually just anti-grab you up here. And we've got some chests. What we got? See, we've got some reasonably well enchanted stuff there. So that's quite nice. So some lovely loot in there. Any more up here? Nope, that's the roof. And if we go check out the boat, well, that's pretty cool. That'd be a nice place for a portal, actually. And if we go check out the boat over here, which also has shulkers on it, so if you get hit, you could probably anti-gravity across there. Or you could vault your death, one of the two. Got a brewing stand, a couple of instant health potions in there. And inside here in the little boat, we have the beacon, which is giving us the speed. Another shulker protecting it. And we've got more enchanted gear. And more enchanted gear. So it's quite a nice pick. Yes, I get taller if he goes up and then fall inside him. But that's the main sort of things inside the first snapshot for 1.9. Which is the 15W31A. A little bit long. Do apologise for that, but hopefully I've covered most of the interesting stuff. And I will probably see you next time, as hopefully this will be a weekly regular snapshot coming back. So, as usual, thanks for watching and bye-bye.